I'm going to calm down and wait for the Facebook to do the things that let me know that the people are watching and that I can have a conversation with some of you. While we're waiting for that to happen, I'll just give you a bit of a weather update. Didn't do that yesterday. It is hot and windy. It's not excruciatingly hot. It's just hot enough for you to go, need the fan on, which is what I've done. Air conditioner is on upstairs in the main part of the house, and windy enough for you to go, I wonder if there are fires anywhere yet. Good afternoon, Linda Mottram. It's lovely to see you today. Linda Adele has been on public transport to and from the CBD of Sydney today, so I'm doubtful she will be on this call live. Adele Latu, I'd be more than happy for you to prove me wrong. So it's been a day. So I'm not going to go into the details, but it has got to do with what I started talking about on Monday. And what I wanted to share with you is how we can, a really practical way that we can start to apprehend a very unhelpful, negative and self-destructive mindset. I'm really thirsty today. I think it's because I drank about 6 espressos in a space of 4 hours. I was pretty much in the need of the caffeine. So it's very easy for us to start to think about everything in terms of what if it goes wrong. So you might go, what if I start a private practice and it all goes wrong? What if I take the leap and leave my full-time job and it all goes wrong? What if I get married and it all goes wrong? What if we move house and it all goes wrong? What if I choose blue instead of red and it all goes wrong? As risk assessors, which is what health professionals become, what becomes innate in us, we are programmed to think about what will go wrong. We're managing a risk all the time. But in managing our risk, we become awesome contingency planners. So if A happens, then we put B into place. If B happens, then we put C into place. And if D happens, we put E into place. So we become really good risk managers with lots of contingency plans around anything. So if that client doesn't show today and I don't get that money in my bank account, then I'll have to do these things. If that insurance company doesn't pay that massive, great big check that we're owed in the next 7 days, then I'm going to have to do these things. Oh my God, we have a cash flow crisis in the business again. I now need to do A and B and C and D. And sometimes we react, sometimes we respond, sometimes we can calm ourselves down and put a plan into place. We're humans, people. Sometimes we just react. So we get very good at this contingency planning, but for a lot of us, it's not enough to leave the contingency plan over in the contingency planning place. We're good at doing it for clients, and we'll do it really well for clients, and we'll set them up and we'll know ethically and professionally, and we'll feel good inside ourselves knowing, hey, we can handle whatever comes our way. But when it comes to our businesses and usually our personal life and usually around finance, we freak out a lot. And instead of just having a contingency plan, we end up ruminating. So we go, oh my God, what if it goes bad? What if I can't pay for this? What if I can't pay for that? What if I can't make payroll this week? What if I can't make my credit card payment this week? What if I can't ever pay for that service again? What if I can't get my book published? What if I can't get the editing done? What if I can't get this done? Oh my God, I'm going to lose my house. Oh my God, I'm going to be homeless. Oh my God, my husband's going to leave me. Oh my God, life is crap. It's very, very easy for us to spiral out of control, especially around money, And our contingency planning around our business has a lot to do with money, has a lot to do with letting clients down, letting staff down, and money. And it triggers us, and that's normal. You are a human being, so no judgment and no criticism here. But what I want to help you understand is if we continue to allow that contingency planning to become rumination, we are actually manifesting the bad stuff to happen. What, Joe? What? Yes. So if you think about something often enough and frequently enough and more often enough, and it becomes habitual, because that's what a lot of our thinking is, it's a habit, it's not something we do intentionally, then we actually spend a lot of time focusing on that thought. If we have enough of that thought going, then we will have enough of the feelings that are attached to that thought happening. If we have enough of the feelings that are attached to the thought happening, we will have the behaviors that support the thought becoming reality. That is how we manifest all the bad stuff we're terrified of. So when people say, if you think about it often enough, you'll just bring it to being, that's what's actually happening. I've just reverse engineered the process for you. So we often become very fixed. I don't want this to happen. 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 So we get so used to thinking about the thing we don't want happening that we actually learn to think, feel, and behave in the way that that thing's already happened. So yes, we need wisdom. We need the contingency plans. We need the plans. We need to be self-reflective enough to go, hey, this thing has come up for me a couple of times in my business now. I actually need to develop a plan around either how to eradicate it, how to manage it, how to stop it completely, what's going on here. You've got a problem that can be solved. And as soon as you start detaching yourself from the emotional intensity around it, it's going to make your life so much easier. I promise you. So I want you to start becoming aware of when you are going, what if the bad stuff happens? What if the bad stuff happens? If I get no more referrals, if I get no more cash pay clients, if I lose a contract, if I lose another staff member, and watch what it does to your thinking, because it will happen so fast. You will find yourself going in a spiral. I just want you to be curious about it. And then I want you to replace that with, what if it all works out okay? What if it all works out really well and everything ends up being the way I need it to be? What happens if losing that staff member means that I get to reevaluate the way I want to do my business and I end up becoming more profitable as a result? What happens if I dissolve this partnership with these people that we are not getting on with anymore and we end up creating better businesses, more lucrative businesses, businesses that help us reignite with our passion? Hello, Kelsey Pope. What happens if I can't make payroll this time and it forces me to think about new ways of being a cash flow positive business? Now, this is not just positive thinking. I am not telling you to think happy thoughts and the problem will go away. If that's what you've heard from that, you need to re-watch this video, re-listen to this video. That is not what I said. What I am suggesting we need to do is get better at apprehending those spiraling out of control thoughts that we all have and become used to replacing them. Now, it's a habit. It's a habit that we have formed through years of learning to think clinically. We are risk managers. It is the easiest thing for us to do. So to actually say, stop it, like I did the other day, is not going to be helpful. You actually need to retrain your brain. You really need to, which is possible. We know about neuroplasticity. We know it's a thing. Neuroscience has been telling us for quite some time now that we can actually change our thoughts. We don't have to be a victim to our thoughts, especially our habitual thoughts. Yes, we don't. So I want you to become curious over the next few days and look at what it is that helps trigger you into that out of control spiral around the negativity. What if I don't get into college or the college that I want? What if I don't get the passing grade? I want you to start thinking, and you will watch this in the people around you and you'll be able to go, oh, look at what they're doing now. Don't interrupt them, just point them to this video, because if you try and interrupt people in the middle of this process, it's not always received well. Just a warning. In the end, where I want us to get to is, what if this all works for my good? What if this actually has the best outcome and I just don't know what that is yet at the end of it? What if I actually have the knowledge, skills, and abilities to solve the problems or get the help to help me solve the problems so that I actually don't have to lose sleep, get an ulcer, develop an autoimmune condition, have a migraine? I mean, not that I'm speaking from experience or anything here. These are ways that I apprehend what's going on in my thought life so that I can actually take control of it and go, hey, what if there is a whole new way of thinking about it and I just haven't seen it yet? So I am having a long weekend. I am really looking forward to my long weekend. My husband and I are going to the beach. So there's not going to be a celebration Friday tomorrow. I'm going to spend the time with him and I'm going to enjoy getting my feet in the salty water. So until next week, which won't be until Tuesday because I'm having Monday off as well. I know, a long weekend. Go be your awesome self.